Okay, so here we are. I am going to film a Pilates video. The only thing is that I have forgotten my mat, which is so stupid. But I decided then to film a Pilates video using socks. And it's like one of my favorite ways to work just when you don't have any equipment because you can slide. So if you have been doing like Megaformer or Reformer Pilates, they do slide on the machine, but you can actually do this at home. So that's what we're gonna do. So the only thing you need is a good pair of woolen socks. Actually, you only need one. And it's Pilates, so we're gonna focus on the glutes and the core, and it's a whole body workout. So put on some music, and we're gonna start standing. If you have a mat, on the top of the mat, and you can inhale, lift your arms up, and then on the exhale, come all the way forward. Ugh. If it's early in the morning, you're probably stiff like I am. And placing your hands down, coming into a plank position. You see here, if you can press down on the other side of your hand, so on the pinky side of your hand, and try to soften the inner side. From here, lifting your lower belly, and breathe into the side of the body. Maybe you also can have like a slight bend in the arms. Holding it here for 2, and 1, bending your knees, lifting your hips, coming all the way back into a downward facing dog. Maybe walk it out a little bit, shake out your head, your neck, make sure you don't tense too much. Good, and from here, come up on your toes and then roll all the way forward into a plank position. Hold it here again. So every time I do Pilates, I put some flow into it. Like I put a little bit of yoga into it. And then push yourself all the way back. Alright. From here, come all the way forward with your right leg. And then come all the way up into a lunge position. You don't really need a mat if you have a good floor. Like I do, like a clean one. It's not really that clean. Okay, we're gonna start leaning forward. And from here, see if you can press down on the outer side of your foot now. And then almost like you're lifting the inner side of the foot, the inner arch, and press down on your toes. And take your right hip and pull it back. The same time, pull your knee forward. Lift your lower belly, dropping the sternum down to your belly button. Good, and from here, lengthen your arms forwards. And then you can come all the way up. And we're gonna start working here, so all the way forward and all the way up. So it doesn't take much to get into the glutes, the hips, the backside. And that's where I want you to feel it now. So you should feel this in the right leg, the right glutes, the right hips. Alright. And then from here, come all the way forward. And then you can pick up your sock or whatever you have. Maybe you have a slider. Put your left foot on or your toes and come up on the heel. And from here, starting to burn already. Left foot forward or leg forward and then back. So slide it forward and then back. We're gonna go here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Keep pulling your hip back. 2 and 1. And from here, come all the way up. Oof, this is burning. And then all the way forward, place your hands down and shake it out. Okay, if that was not burning, I don't know. Because I was planning on going for longer, but I couldn't. Okay, come all the way forward into a plank, holding it here. So finding a softness into this plank. Breathing into the side of the body, softening the hands, while you press down on the outer side of your hands. And then push all the way back. left foot forward, and then all the way up. Ooh, all right. From here, come all the way forward, and again. So in Pilates, technique is everything. So try to do the small tweaks that I am telling you, and then you'll feel the slight difference. Okay, so pull your left hip back. At the same time, pull your left knee forward. So you find that lengthening. Press down on the outer side of the left foot, and while lifting the inner arch. Yes, lifting the lower belly, dropping the sternum down, and then lengthen the arms forward. And then come all the way up. And then come forward. Slowly forward. And then all the way up. And see if you can lift your back heel. So the most of your weight is in the front leg. And all the way up. Maybe find a point in front of you where you can look to so it's easier to balance. All right. From here, we're gonna stay here while you put your right foot on the sock. Yeah. And from here, come up on your toes. Again, most of your weight is in the left foot. Make sure you pull your left hip back. All right. And from here, we slide it halfway forward and then back. Halfway forward and then back. So we go straight into it. Let's work out. There's like no warm-up. Or this is actually the warm-up. We're going to continue here. All right, we have 8 more. 7. So try to do it slowly and with control. 6. 5. Can you pull your left hip back? 4. 3. And 2. And 1. Come all the way up. Woo. And then place your hands down. Coming back into a downward facing dog. Up on your toes. And curl yourself all the way forward. Stay here. Plank position. Softening the arms, lifting the lower belly, dropping the sternum down, and breathe. It's easier said than done, I know. Alright, for 2. And 1. Pulling your hips back. And then come all the way forward, this time with your right leg. Here we're going to go straight into the sock. I'm just going to turn around so you see what I'm doing. So the left foot is on the sock, and you can come all the way up. From here, we're going to do almost the same thing. The only difference here is that we're going to rotate. So your hip is rotating to the side, but your right foot is pointing straight forward. And then you drag it all the way forward, and then you come into like a sit. And then slide it to the side, and then come into a sit. So, same thing here, pressing down on the outer side of the foot. Make sure your right foot is pointing right forward. So your hips are pointing forward, and then when you slide, they rotate. So what we're doing here is that we are just working a different angle on the same muscles. Pulling your lower belly in, dropping the sternum. I love these type of exercises, but they are hard. They burn so much, especially if you're not used to it. Alright, so we're gonna stay here. Alright, now you're gonna lean forward. Keep lifting your lower belly so you work your core as well. And from here, come halfway forward and then back. So you slide and pull it back. You slide and pull it back. This is not burning out, I know. Alright, we go for 3. For 2. And 1. And I'm so sorry, but we're gonna lift the back leg. You're gonna keep the rotation of the hips. You're gonna link them forward. And then you're gonna pull your hands to your knee. And then straighten forward. Slowly coming in. And then lengthen. If you don't feel the burnout, oh my god. but it kind of goes from a burn to like this nice heat. I don't know, maybe I don't too much Pilates, but for me now it's just like this really like a heat. Okay, 2 more. And last one. Okay, place your foot back, place your hands down, and pull yourself back, downward facing dog. Shaking it out. Whew. That left leg. Alright. Left leg all the way forward. Place your foot on the sock, lifting your back heel, and then from here, come all the way up. You can go straight into the sit. I call it a sit. You just sit back, pull your sit bones back, and from here we're going to start rotating. This time to the left side, and you come back into your sit. Alright, so you rotate, and then come back into your sit. Rotate, back into your sit. Rotate, and you can also pull your upper body a little bit back when you pull your leg back. So you also get that lengthen on the hip flexor, in the hip flexor. Yeah. I don't know, some of my English grammar is a bit so. My Norwegian too, so it's not like, at least I can blame it on that. Alright. 2. And 1. We're gonna stay here, so your hips are rotated towards the left side, your left foot is straight forward, lean forward, and then light on the right toes, so there's almost no weight. And you just pull it in and straighten. Pull it in, straighten, pull the leg in and straighten. Make sure it's almost like you're pushing your left knee a little bit out, so make sure it doesn't drop in. Alright, ready to go for 3. For 2. Last one, and 1, and hold it here. From here, you're gonna lift the back leg, straighten the arms, and then pull your knees to your hands, and then straighten forward. So knees to your hand, and straighten forward. I know this maybe feels a little bit awkward. So we're working the core, legs, as you can feel. We go for 2 more. 2, and the last one. 1. Alright, place your foot back. Whew. And we shake it out. Good job. That was really hard. Alright, you can come into all fours. Oh yeah. Okay, so you can just put the socks to the side now. Hands underneath the shoulders and knees underneath the hips. And you can inhale, dropping your belly button down, lifting the chest forward, and then pull your lower back up towards the roof. And do it 1 more time. Inhale. So we find some movement in the spine. And exhale. And from here, coming to your neutral spine, lifting the lower belly. Alright. And from here, you're going to lengthen the right leg. So before you lift, see if you can find now your right glute muscle. So without lifting, just like, okay, it's here. I'm going to activate it. And then you activate it. And then your leg will start lifting. So you tap it down, and then you lift. See here if you can soften your arms and your shoulders. So that's not what we're working here. Alright, so lift and lower. Lift and lower. Softening the arms. It's very easy to like tense your neck and your shoulders while you do this. So try to focus now where we are gonna work. Okay, for 2 and 1. From here, I'm just gonna rotate around so you see me. From here, we're gonna lower the left elbow down, rotate the hips over to the side. This is a point where I should have a mat, and I don't. So I hope you do. Okay, and then lift your leg as high as you can and see if you can rotate a little bit more so your hips are pointing to the side and not down. And from here, your leg is coming halfway forward and then pull it back. Halfway forward and pull it back. Halfway forward and pull it back. Okay, so slowly and with control for 2 more. 2 and 1. And then we're gonna stay here. Okay, see if you can lift your knee even higher and then start pulsing up and down. So small pulses. This is like, it burns so much. And when I have classes, I don't do everything. But now when I'm filming it, I have to do everything. And I see how painful it is for the people in my class. All right, we're gonna keep going for 3, for 2, and 1. And hold it here. Now it should shake. Come up on your hand, your left hand, and then rotate all over to the side, lifting your right leg. And we're gonna start making circles. Small circles. 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Other side. Can you lift your lower belly? You work your core here. And the only thing that's moving is your leg, not your upper body. 4, 2, and 1. Hold it here. Flex your foot and then start lifting up and down. Small pulses. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold it here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Place your leg down. You can be on your knees or on your toes. Come all the way up into a plank. We hold it here. Lift your hips up. Softening the arms. And we breathe. 4, 2, and 1. Placing your hands down. We meet in a plank. Whew, it's a hand mark under me. All right, staying here while I just rotate over to the other side. Holding it here for 2 and 1. Place your knees down. Inhale, chest forward. And exhale, curling the spine. Finding a little bit of movement. One more time, inhale. And exhale. From here, lifting just your knees off the floor, softening the arms. See if you can just find a little bit of movement, lifting the lower belly, and then finding stillness. You can find that connection to your lower belly, your core muscles. 4, 2, and 1. Placing your knees down, straighten the left leg. And you can also pull your hips a little bit further back, softening the arms. Lift the lower belly, dropping the sternum. So you feel, okay, I'm connected here. My core is strong. From here, activating the left glute. So before you lift, just okay, finding the muscle, and then make that muscle activate so much so your leg actually lifts. And it's not about how high you lift that leg, it's about what muscles you're using. So you continue that activation, just tap it down and lift it up. All right, we go. 4, 5, 4, 4. You might also feel this in your standing leg, and that's totally fine, because I do feel it too. We just worked that leg, so it's very normal. Okay, 4, 2, and 1. Hold it here. Lift your lower belly. Drop the right elbow down, and then rotate your hips over to the side. Lift your leg up, and then take your knee like halfway forward, and see if you can lift your leg a little bit higher. I just had breakfast and I shouldn't have, because this was actually much harder than I thought it would be. Okay, so halfway down and lift it up. Now I forgot one movement here because I start talking so much, but I'm gonna go back to that. Okay, so small pulses here. for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, and 1. Okay, straighten your leg and then halfway forward. Okay, straighten and then halfway forward. Straighten, halfway forward. Now you should start feeling it in this leg. For 2. And last one. 1. Hold it here. Come up on your hand. Rotate your hips a little bit more. Straighten your leg. And we start making circles. And see if you can find the connection from your core here. So it's almost like the movement is coming from your core. Definitely not your foot. It's coming from your core, your center, your hips. That's what where we want to be moving from. Always from the center. All right. We go for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Circle. Different other direction. Okay. We go for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Flex your foot and then lifting up and down. From here, you can also see if you can rotate your leg a little bit in. All right. Keep pulsing for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Shake it out. Good job. I know, this is burning. From here, you can come into a seated position. Since I don't have a mat, I'm going to use my sock as a mat. And I'm going to take the other sock. So hopefully you have a mat and socks. I don't. But we're going to move into working on the core a little bit more. Place your hands like this. And put them into your waist. So like push them into your waist. Start with lifting your feet. So relax your feet. Relax your shoulders. Lift your chest. Drop the sternum. Lift the lower belly. And from here, I want you to really breathe into your waist. And exhale here. So breathing normally, but every time you inhale, see if you can breathe into your waist, almost like you're pushing your hands out, like expanding out to the side. And what you will find there is that shake. And that's what we want. We want the shake. All right, so finding the core, the deep core muscles, 2 and 1, leaning over to one side. Continue with the same breathing. For 2 and 1, over to the other side. Breathing in here. And then back to center, holding it here. And 1. All right. Place your hands behind you. Again, finding that C shape with your hand and make that point forward. Okay? And then lifting your chest up. And from here, breathing into the chest, the front side of the body. So during the day, we are very much like here all the time. So finding movements in your workout where you can also expand and open up your chest. Not just pulling, but actually lifting. All right. Trying to keep this lift. Place your heels on the sock, and you can just start drag them forward and then pull them towards you. So it might look like a very easy workout, but when you pull them in, try to really work your center and your core muscles. So exhale when you come in, inhale out. So exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. Last one, exhale, hold it here, lifting your chest. Here, press your knees together, lifting the feet, and hold it here for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, and 1, and come all the way down. All the way down on your mats. Yeah. For me, it's the floor. It's okay. And from here, If you don't have a mat, you can like pull your sock underneath your tailbone because that's usually what hurts. Okay, hands along the side, legs in 90 degrees. And now you're in a neutral spine with your upper body, which means your natural curve in the spine. And then we want to come into this imprinted spine, which means your lower back is pulled into the floor or your mat. Inhale, lengthen one leg, and exhale, come back. Other side, inhale, and exhale. Try to do this, but relax your neck and your shoulders. And your focus should be on your imprints. All right, inhale, exhale, 2 more, inhale, exhale. So don't straighten more than you can keep your lower back into the floor. 2, I'm really bad at counting, and 1. All right, holding it here, pressing the knees together, really press them together. Place your hands behind your head. And from here, pull the elbows away from each other. Inhale here. And exhale, rotate over to one side. We're working on the obliques now, the side muscles, right here. And when you rotate, can you pull your elbows away from each other? Pulling your lower belly in. And inhale, coming back. Other side. Exhale. Just keep it here. Pull your elbows away from each other. So you want to point your elbow towards the knee, not the armpits to the knee, not your elbow. So the elbows away from each other. And then back. So focus on the rotation, not so much on how much you lift or, how big the movement is. Exhale, inhale back. Try to keep your knees together, so pressing the knees together. We go for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, last 1, and 1. From here, grab behind your knees, rock forward and backward. Coming up, finding again that V position or the boat, lifting your chest. Good. Lifting the lower belly, holding it here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Cross your legs. Come all the way into a plank position. And now find your socks again, placing your toes on the socks. Finding a slight bend in the arms, pressing down on the pinky side, softening the inner hands. From here, we're going to pull the knee towards our hands just halfway, and then slowly going out. So exhale, inhale. So do it slowly and with control. So you see, this is almost like the one we did when we were sitting. It's just a different angle. Not angle, but it's just a different position. Okay, we go for 2. Last 1. And when we hold it here, lift your lower belly. Drop the sternum. Hold it here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Sit all the way back. Whew. Good job. And from here, you can give yourself a little applause. Good job. That was hard. And I hope you liked it, even though I didn't have a mat. Maybe you did. Maybe you didn't. But good job.